Mr. York, tell me a little bit about your history with the Broken Arrow Pride Marching Band.
Well, I came to Broken Arrow in 1966 as the band director, and it was a fairly mediocre band at the time, and but I had some good kids that wanted to be good. Me being a graduate from the University of Oklahoma, I tagged the name The Pride of Broken Arrow.
The Pride of Broken Arrow, yes, was coined by Paris York back in the, like you mentioned, the late 60s, early 70s. And
how many kids were initially involved when you took over?
Probably 90 to 100.
Wow.
Yes, it was a pretty good aggregation, but their skills were not up to par.
Yes, when we started basically at the end of one school year setting up for the next, we're auditioning, we have an audition camp, and I think Paris put that in place way back when to basically evaluate the students and on marching, visually, and musically preparedness on their instrument. And
by the time you left, several years later, had the band increased in size?
Yes, it had. We were probably 125 to 150 by the time that I left. One fond memory, and it wasn't too fond at the time, we were doing a show where it required the shooting of a cannon, and the War of 1812, as a matter of fact, the music, Tchaikovsky's music. We performed that at the football game in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. And I was arrested at halftime.
We've all sort of heard that story. I mean, I wasn't obviously around to witness it, but he's quite a character, and when he comes up with an idea or something that is like true to the music, which is in the case of the 1812 overture, I mean, he's going to do it. And I can't believe, I mean, that's just silly that he'd be arrested for that, but it makes for a great story, no doubt.
For shooting firearms off at the halftime. The cop came in and was going out on the field to arrest my drum major, but the drum major, of course, he didn't know what to say.
I can imagine.
And I came up, and he was kind of a Barney Fife
I understand.
lawman, and he said, did you order him to do this? And I said, of course. I mean, this is a show that we're putting on. He said, then you're under arrest. We told you all not to bring those guns.
You just celebrated your 40 years in business with your two sons?
40 years, with my son and my grandson.
Son and grandson, and your son
And
was also
great-grandson.
okay, and your son was also a member of the Pride? Yes,
that's correct. And he was a member of the United States Air Force Band also. Well, yes, they learned their skills very well, and we required them to either be in an ensemble or play a solo at the contest in the third 9-week period. This improved their skills tremendously. In order to receive a good grade, they had to perform in one of these ensembles or a solo.
So it sounds as though, not that it was prior to you arriving, but it sounds as though when you took over, the band was no longer a place just to go and hang out and not work. It seems like you brought the level of accountability up as well.
We tried to do that, absolutely. And we won a lot of honors with the band. We won the traveling trophy with our jazz band at the Tri-State Music Festival, and we were very pleased about that traveling trophy. That was the first real big thing that we won.